I realized, okay, but whatever I've done right is actually connected to the mistake that I made after that heartbreak. So it means whatever mistake I made is actually was the right thing. And then I got confused. Then I was like, okay, what's right, what's wrong? And then I realized, and it was like really liberating. There is no right and there is no wrong in this life. There is just the choice, the only choice that you can make. That's why you make this choice. Then you have the circumstances. Then, if you are smart enough, you learn, and then you just make another choice, and that's it. And there is no like, okay, I'll think 1 day, 2 days, 3 days how to do the best I can, and then still you just do what you can, and that's it. So actually, I found out that okay, everything that I've done right is so linked to what I've done wrong, and here now you will understand how and why and how that all is possible actually. Okay, number one, and well, yeah, that was just the right decision and no mistakes there. I was the first one who initiated our breakup. So I had that idea of, okay, if the guy doesn't have any feelings for me, so basically he will not develop them. That's it, period. And it was very clear for me, even though like our relationship wasn't like toxic, it was pretty much fine. And I was thinking about like, okay, maybe just let it be like this, at least I will not be alone, and we can spend some time together, and then I will figure it out later. But then I realized like, no, every day with him cost me my self-respect basically and my dignity. And I understood that I don't want to be the person who will have to just accept the fact that he doesn't want to be with me anymore. I wanted to be the person who says, you know what, I think I deserve better. You know what, I think that if you can't deal with your traumas, because he was telling me that he can't develop any feelings for me because of his trauma and stuff, that I don't want to be involved into this. I have my traumas, and I need to deal with them somehow. So I don't want to be involved, like into your traumas as well. If you were not able to fix them, then sorry, but just let's break up. It was hard, honestly. It was hard because I didn't want to break up, and not because I wanted to be with him so badly, but because I have an abandonment trauma, and because I didn't receive that love, that emotional safety, that understanding, and blah blah from my father. So of course I want to get it now so badly, and yeah, basically that's it. Basically that's why I didn't want to break up, of course, because it's easy to break up when you are in a relationship with someone who is very toxic, with someone who is abusing you mentally, and I even don't want to talk about that, but physically also. It's easy to make that decision because you see everything clear, and you know that you don't want to have that. But when you have like pretty normal relationship, and the only issue is just that the person can't develop like real feelings for you. So as I said before, I had that idea like, okay, maybe I'll just have this time with him, and we will figure it out later. But when I saw the very 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 first move from him, that was shown like, okay, there is nothing abusing in that move, but just he showed me that, okay, you are just that person that I have no feelings for. And it was kind of, it hurt me, really hurt me. And it hurt me even not in the romantic way, but in the way like, damn, that okay, if I waste my time on you, so by that I'm telling to myself that that's the only thing you deserve. You only deserve a person who can't have any feelings for you. Do you agree with that? And honestly, I was not agree with that. I was like, okay, I think that I am an attractive woman. I think that I'm an intelligent woman. I think that I am a self-sufficient woman, and I didn't see any reason why I do not deserve, that love and all of those beautiful things. So that's why that decision was a very right decision, very good decision. And I am proud of that decision because I was the one who said, no, I don't want this anymore. Number two, I started taking really good care of my body. First time in my life, not for getting validation from others because of the way how I look, but basically for my health. That's it. But also it's not something that I did after our breakup because I started even before we broke up. I went to the gym because I had that pain in my back, and I was thinking like, okay, it's clear I'm not moving enough. Like it's winter all the time at home or in the car, so I just wanted to help myself. Honestly, that was the only reason, and because of that I was not doing any like really hard trainings or whatever. It was like super simple, super basic, but like super regular, like 1 hour every day. That's it. And it became such a non-negotiable part of my life. So, and of course, it started to attract some other healthy habits, eating healthier, but not too much. 80% healthy food, and then 20% for my mental health, which is super important. And yeah, all of that gave me pretty nice results. So, actually, the body that I've got because of that, it was such a benefit because honestly when I started doing all of those things, right, I was not thinking about like, oh, I want to get such a nice body because back then I already accepted myself the way I was and I was okay with myself. Was nothing special though, but when I started seeing some like really nice results, I was like, oh wow, of course the pain disappeared immediately and never came back actually. So during the whole year, never had like that pain in my back anymore and anywhere else. So yeah, it was very nice thing. So also it helped me because when we broke up, I started to have like lots of free time, and it was really helpful, having that self-care routine. So I knew that I'm doing something for myself, that I'm building that nice connection with my body, and I really realized that this is something that will be with you forever. So this is the first thing that you have to invest your time and your efforts in. And yeah, that's definitely, it's not even for overcoming heartbreak or whatever. This is, as I understand now, this is just the essential part of well-being. I just want to say thank you to myself for having that mindset of giving up my ego in terms of getting validation, starting taking really those actions that my body needed, not someone but my body. Of course, when you are showing that kind of attitude towards yourself, you start to build that self-respect, self-trust, and it's much easier to overcome whatever heartbreak, because you know that actually you are not alone anymore, and you prove that every day to yourself. So number three, mistake. So this one is like mistake and not a mistake altogether. So I was not blaming my ex, and I wasn't doing anything in order to get him back. Like trying whatever, trying to talk to him, trying to post something special on Instagram, to catch his attention or whatever. I had that very clear understanding that, okay, if he didn't develop his feelings when we were together, so basically he will not do that, and I don't need even to waste my time on that, and of course, again, it's about self-respect. So yes, I was not doing anything to pull him back, but at the same time I was building illusions about him with this particular trauma. Maybe he will like heal, blah blah blah, and come back. But then I decided, okay, look, just do your things now, don't think about that. If it will be like that, fine. If not, with the time anyways you will forget about him. And that's it. That was the right decision, because now I understand that I was not able to cut off illusions. It's just the mechanism that our mind creates in order to protect us from the pain, and maybe somehow it helped me. And actually, yeah, that's why I'm saying that the mistake and the right thing at the same time. So was it good to waste my time on building illusions? Of course not. But you know, I protected myself from that pain. I was very optimistic, and yeah, those illusions actually they helped me, first of all, and second of all, because I was over analyzing him. I mean, like his trauma and stuff. So I've learned a lot about people with this particular trauma. Then of course I started analyzing my own trauma and why they didn't match those traumas. And all of the conclusions that I made are very, very important, and I wouldn't be able to make them without those illusions, without those analyses. So, was it wrong? Yeah. Was it right? Also, yeah. Social life went really crazy. As I said in my previous video, I started trying to get in touch with more and more people, because somehow my ex convinced me that it's cool when you have lots of friends and when you're always busy with your friends. Um, Now I have like really doubts about that. I think that when you are going through that experience, you know, when you are not happy about your life, you really need your own solitude in order to not be disturbed, first of all, to be disturbed by fake values actually, and to understand who you are, without people telling you, because people are always telling you their perception, you know, of you, which very often doesn't have to do anything with the reality. So at the same time, again, you're spending your energy. However, you could spend that energy doing something really useful and meaningful for you. And of course, it's about those people, they are just feeding your ego, and your ego is not something that is very helpful when you are trying to reach out to your soul, as I understand right now. So yeah, you really need lots of time on your own. And again, so the fact that I spent so much time with different people was a mistake. But first of all, I was saying bye after some time to all of them. I always had that realization afterwards, like, I don't need that. I don't need people with these kind of values. I don't need people with these kind of mindset. So I was able to see, like, okay, we can spend maybe some cool time together, but I don't see any opportunity where they can help me grow. I only could see where they were dragging me down, you know, and I didn't want that. And even though I didn't want to be lonely back then, but again and again, I was choosing myself and I was saying bye, even though it meant to me that I will spend weeks just being alone. But I was like, you know what? I'm ready to spend my whole life alone if there are no people with the same values and with the same mindset. But all of those people, again, why it's wrong and why it's right at the same time, all of those people, they were such teachers to me, because without them I wouldn't be able to understand my real value. I wouldn't be able to understand who I am really, because of those doubts. Like, for example, like there was a guy who was telling me, like, come on, why you always try to encourage people? He told me, like, you are just such a fake person, because it's not possible that a person can have the desire to see other people truly happy. I was shocked. I was like, and he told me, like, probably this is just your ego playing out, and I'm all about self-reflection. So immediately I started thinking, like, oh, maybe he's right. Maybe actually I don't want to help others. Maybe actually I don't want to see other people happy. Maybe this is just my ego. And it took me time, and really I had to distance myself from others to analyze all my previous experience, all the feelings that I had towards all people that I met during my life, to understand, no, this is my true intention. Always was, always will be, because this is the way I am. There is nothing weird about that. Just those people were not able to see what they don't have inside themselves. And that's it. So you need those people to understand who you are, in order to not let same people come into your life again and again. And probably the last one, but like really very, very important to me, I was desperately looking for something that I can do with all my heart. I wanted to get myself busy. So, one thing that I've done wrong is that I took responsibility of myself. Like, okay, I don't need to worry about my career anymore. I gave up on my work. I started having like much less clients, and of course like less money. But at the same time, I had that idea that I need to find something for my soul, to get myself busy, because pretty fast I realized that, when you have lots of freedom, because I was working, I'm still working, right? I'm working for myself, and I'm working just a couple of hours a day. So most of the time I can do whatever I want. And I realized that freedom is such a responsibility, and not everyone can handle that. So first 6 months I actually didn't know what to do with myself. So I was trying to work on my project, and I tried several times, but I didn't get any results out of that. Then I just realized that I don't want to work in that field at all, even though I've been working there like for years. But I'm just done. And then I had that period of just like almost doing nothing. But I always had that idea that then I want to find something for my soul. I need to be busy with something. A person who has too much free time, very easy for that person to become depressed. And that's it. You need something that gives you motivation to wake up. And because I was so focused on that idea to find this, so I was paying attention to every sign. I was trying this, I was trying that. Finally I found that. And even though I'm going through another heartbreak right now, um, I told that in my last video that I lost my dog, and that's probably the biggest heartbreak for me. But the fact that I have now something that I love doing with all my heart, that I'm very passionate about, gives me motivation to wake up every morning. I can be sad, of course, and mostly I've been sad lately, but at least I know, okay, you wake up and today you gotta do this. like sometimes those steps are very small, sometimes those steps are very big, sometimes they are right, sometimes they are wrong, but at least you are on the way. At least you are on your journey, your journey, and no one can take that away from you. So a random guy can maybe, you know, hurt me again, but he will not be able to take away this from me. And I am very proud of being able to make those right decisions. And I think that what was leading me through that period, and actually through my entire life, is that mindset that I will never accept the idea of being a victim. So means I have to work hard on myself and constantly searching for the ways to get my life better. And second of all is that I just knew that I am capable of changing myself. Actually, I've changed a lot, and for that, I'll have to make like 2 hours video, for example, because I started changing my small bad habits, and you know they say that small habit they actually create your life. I quit vaping, for example, because I noticed that I'm procrastinating a lot when I'm vaping, and I stopped going to the clubs recently and to the parties because I've noticed that this is exactly the place where I meet those guys. Then lately I have heartbreaks with, because of stop repeating those unhealthy actions. Step by step, I started building another version of myself, which is maybe not very successful now, still lonely, but at least I'm proud of myself. Now I know that I can trust myself. Now I know that whatever I promise myself, I keep my word. And building this kind of relationship with yourself is the most important thing ever. It's like I've just had that heartbreak with my dog, and I see that I can overcome it. I can overcome it not because I'm not suffering inside and I'm not in pain, but because of all of those things that I've done before. So now they gave me such a solid character, such a solid core of my personality, which is not that easy to break right now. So now I understand that I gave that emotional safety to myself. And yeah, I'm proud of that. So thank you for watching this video, and I hope that you enjoyed it. And if you did, don't forget to give me a like, don't forget to leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe, because I'm going to keep making videos no matter what.